Hi everyone, Diana Rankin here with the weekly video that we're going to answer one of your questions. And Piper she's hiding over in the corner over there. So she's with us today, but she's hiding. I don't think you can see her. Well, there, maybe you can see her. She's on the other side of the little cabinet there. Our question today is from one of our viewers, and I always thank our viewers for those questions. You can post them in the comments below. I do ask that the questions be of a general nature of interest to everyone. And if you have personal questions, just get a hold of me and we'll set you up for a session. And those personal questions, my phone number is on the website. Just give me a call and we'll get you set up. We'll also, of course, get a message from Phillip in one of my books. It's the Master's Book of Answers by Phillip. And as many of you know, it's an oracle book that just has a different page, every page has a different wisdom on it. And you can do this with any book. I did this as a kid where I just pick up a book and think, I'm going to get a message from this book. And I just flip through and there would be my message. So that's way back when is when I kind of put this book together and didn't publish it for years and years. And then finally said, this should be published. So we got it published. But it was, again, you can do it with any book. You can do it with my book. And of course, I hope you all have this book. It's available on Amazon. You can get to that Amazon place through my website. Just go to my website, click on books, and scroll down, and there you go. All right. Well, we don't have anyone coming live to see us today. My hair gets in my way sometimes, and I keep threatening to have it cut. But the last time I had short hair, it was way more trouble than long hair. Long hair you can pull back or pull up or whatever. Short hair you got to work with. So here are our questions for today. Does everyone have a mission in life? If so, how do we learn what that mission is? Well, I did a year-long workshop on what your calling is, what your soul's mission is. So, how do we learn what that mission is? What Phillip tells us is 100% correct as far as I'm concerned, but it's not quite as easy as he makes it seem. And who knows, maybe I'll one of these days after COVID or maybe do an online course. Because even some people who took the course, some got, oh, this is it. Others are still working. And it's not something that we discover immediately. It's something we discover as we go along, I think. Hello, Sheila. Oh, and she came and then she message retracted. So I guess she didn't like what she was saying or didn't want to say that. I'm not sure. Anyway, for myself, I found I was probably, I think we learn a lot about our missions in hindsight. And if I look back as a child, I just wanted a magic wand. That was my biggest wish, to make the world right. And so that's always been my thought. I just want to help make the world better, a more loving place. And that really means my mission is to take care of my own life. And we all have that mission, to take care of making our own lives more loving. But what we're talking about here also is the additional mission, should I say, our soul's mission, or our calling. And for me, it is to do what I'm doing, to help people get through those spots and make their lives better, to help people grow, to help people find their missions. So, well, hello, Anakla, our beautiful lady from down under. She says, sweet greetings, Diana and Phillip. Happy Friday to you and the whole world. Yes, and I guess some places it's already nighttime, but for us, it's a beautiful Friday afternoon here where I am. Cold, but beautiful. It's pretty white outside. And there she is. There's our Miss Piper. Lily, our kitty, was in here. She was sitting up on her chair, and she left she likes to get on my desk, so I don't always allow her to come in here when I'm trying to do this. So anyway, so good to see you. Thank you for coming. So here we go. This is the question. Does everyone have a mission in life? If so how do we learn what that mission is? A mission, a calling, it can go by different titles. Here's what Phillip has to say. Yes, everyone has a mission in human life. This mission was chosen in spirit before entering human life. I'm going to put my glasses on here. I don't know if that helps or makes it worse. The mission is revised in spirit world to fit the next incarnation. It is an individual's choice, so every mission is different, although many may be similar. The mission is dependent upon what each life's experience has been, the growth of the individual, and what the individual wishes to accomplish and contribute in each life. So what Phillip is telling us is our soul mission can take more than one incarnation, more than one life to be able to fulfill it. And I always say, as long as you look in the mirror and somebody looks back, you still have work to do. If nobody looks back, you're done. So, we all still have work to do, hopefully. For some, the mission may be more general, while for others, it may be specific. What do we mean by this? For those with a general mission, it may be to learn kindness, for example. By this, we mean they may have been unkind in other lives, so they wish to learn how to be kind in their new life. The current life, they will have many incidences where they may choose kindness. A more specific mission, and I think that we all have that general mission to learn kindness. There are probably some people who already have learned it. I'm still learning it, I know, especially with other drivers, and carts in the grocery store. A more specific mission, for example, might be a choice to serve, with perhaps a specific way of serving chosen. This is kind of like what I was mentioning earlier. For me, it took a long time, and yet if I look back at my life, it's always been there. My choice has been to serve through words, whether written or spoken. So I love to speak in front of audiences, and I love to write. So there we go. Phillip goes on to say, we use two loving examples, but we must also explain that not all missions are appearing to be loving on the surface. Let us say, for example, the mission is to understand a particular ideology. This individual may choose to live a full or partial life in that ideology. They may also choose to create havoc to help others wake up, excuse me, which may be their mission. A mission is for the, I don't know, did you just hear Lily? That's Lily. She's talking to a mouse and running up and down the hallway. Phillip goes on to say, that's Lily. You can hear her in the background, can't you? And yes, she's a Siamese. She's in her 20s. Of course, she's a rescue, so we don't really know how old she is. With Piper, we knew how old she is, and she's 9. But Lily's somewhere in her 20s. I've had her for 20 years, so we know she's at least 20. Anyway, Phillip goes on to say, we're talking about living somebody who somebody who chose to live in an ideology which we may not consider a loving ideology. So they may choose to live in that full or partial life. Remember, Phillip already said it may take more than one life to fulfill our mission. They may also choose to create havoc to help others wake up, which may be their mission. Eventually, we all do have to learn love and kindness, but in the meantime, a mission is for the purpose of the individual's growth. It may take multiple incarnations to fulfill the chosen mission. Now you ask, how do you learn what your mission is? To this, we add the question: once you understand your mission, how do you fulfill it? Okay. To understand your mission, look within your own life. When you were a child, what was your deepest wish? What is that which gives you a sense of this is right? Ask your intuition to guide you. Pay attention to your thoughts. What are you drawn to? If you keep reading and listening to information about developing intuition, for example, then do so. Perhaps you are to use it to help others. If you are drawn to music, ask yourself if you are to compose or to be an agent. It is a matter of examining your life. All the answers exist within you, but do not look for all the answers at once, for they will not appear at once. You may receive only one clue at a time. This is where you must learn to trust yourself and take steps of faith. For example, you may feel you are to be a healer, but you know not where to start. Then you notice a bulletin about a sound healing workshop. You like music, so you attend. Your heart is open. You have begun your study toward fulfilling your mission. I used to, when we were at bookstores a lot, I would always say if a book falls off the shelf, that's telling you something. Quietly listen to the answer to the questions you ask. Let them be steps such as, will this help me fulfill my mission? And not the big one, is this my mission? Steps. And I think that's really a key. And I will say, those of us who live in the US, we are so impatient. We want it all now. We want to know the whole story. We want to know the whole story now, right now. I want to know everything. And often when I'm working with a client, I will see their big picture. And then I ask myself, are they even able to accept this big picture? Are they able, should I tell them? And some I do. And some it's like, that will scare the daylights out of them and they'll turn away from it. So I just may give a step or two. But we can all not be in any hurry, but take the steps. And sometimes those steps are leaps of faith. Phillip goes on to say, as you go along, you will have a sense of your mission and how to fulfill it. You will notice in hindsight ways you have learned what you are to do. In this way, you can repeat that which helps you grow stronger in fulfilling your life's mission. As you develop and grow through multiple lives, you will come to know everyone's mission is to love. How love is expressed and lived depends on the individual's mission. I'm going to repeat that. I always repeat the last paragraph. As you develop and grow through multiple lives, you will come to know everyone's mission is to love. How love is expressed and lived depends on the individual's mission. Well, my friends, as I mentioned earlier, when I was a kid, I wanted a magic wand to make the world right. And I was a writer even as a kid. I just came across recently a journal that I used to write as a very young girl. And I wrote a book. I think I was in junior high or early high school, and I wrote my first book. It's not published. I don't have any idea where it is anymore. I think it got burned sometime a long time ago. But look back at your life, because all the answers really are there. I can remember standing on the front porch and pretending I had my microphone and I was speaking to all these people out in the yard. There wasn't anyone there. It was imagination. So look at your life. The answers are there. Hello. I have to open and close a few times to be able to greet you. Oh, I'm sorry. We have a new internet company, Brightspeed or BrightNet, I think. I'm not sure. And I'm in a rural area, and sometimes we do have bad internet connections. What I'm looking at looks like it's fine. I can't tell the difference unless it would start sparking. So I don't know if it's here or there or between us. So I'm so glad you were able to get back on. Carol B. says from New Jersey, great topic. Thank you. Earlier, I did mention, Carol and all, that I did a year-long workshop. So, and some of the people I hope everyone gained from it. Um, but it is not easy necessarily finding out what is our calling, what is our soul's mission. John O'Donohue, I recommend his book, The Calling, or The Call, CALL, The Call. And, I always find we start very simply, and it may be smile at somebody at the grocery store. Even if you're wearing a mask, people can see. I'll take my glasses off. But even if we're wearing a mask, we can tell if someone's smiling, right? You can tell if I'm frowning. You can tell if I'm smiling. You can tell if I'm laughing, even if I'm wearing a mask. So those of us who are still wearing masks or wear masks, smile. It may be that simple. It may be just to develop your intuition and listen to it more. Steps. And as you take those steps, you'll learn to step out more and more. When I started doing readings, it was very difficult for me. Not getting the information. That was the easy part. The difficult part was putting myself out there. Doing the YouTube, the difficult part. It's become easier, but it is not natural for me to sit in front of a computer and talk to you. It was much easier in my past to interview other people, including other psychics or readers. As a writer, I was able to interview other people for radio or TV. That goes back other years. But look in your own lives, because within your lives are the answers. Okay, here we go. We're going to get, if I turn the book right side up, we're going to get our message for this week. And I'm getting a mixture of left and right both. Left is ever so slightly stronger, and I say that, and then I go, no, it's right. So I got to say, this week, if your intuition says left or right, you're right on, because I think both of the messages are for all of us this week. So here's the left, and it's page 270, and it says, you can never be anyone other than you. You can never be anyone other than you. What a great message to go along with our soul's mission. You can never be anyone other than you. Trust yourself. You do have a soul's mission. If you're hearing my voice right now, you know what it is. One step at a time. Well, and this is why we were getting right, which is page 271. If you smile with your lips, your heart will soon follow. If you smile with your lips, your heart will soon follow. Oh, my friends, it may be as simple as right there to smile. Again, I remind you what Phillip said. As you develop and grow through multiple lives, you will come to know everyone's mission is to love. How love is expressed and lived depends on the individual's mission. I love you, my friends. From my household to yours, from my heart to yours. Thank you for accepting this love we send out to you. And thank you for the love and the devotion and the kindness you send to me. Deeply appreciative. Until we meet again. See you next week. Thank you. Go find out what your soul's mission is. Let us know below in the comments. Thank you. Bye for now.